The 2020 League of Legends World Championships begins tomorrow with the play-in stage, and highlighting the end of the day to round all the activity up will be Mad Lions against Team Liquid, the 4th seed from Europe against the 3rd seed from the NALCS. Now, this is a tactical preview of what might happen between these two teams and my thoughts on the strengths and weaknesses and the key matchup as well. Do subscribe for more content like this throughout the duration of Worlds. The Mad Lions was a team undergoing an identity crisis of sorts when we last evaluated them, finding lots of success in the early part of the summer split using a gank heavy style, with Lee Sin being their weapon of choice in the jungle. They were then forced to transition over to a farm-centric kind of style, which explained some of the troubles in the later parts of the season. Still, they found a decent amount of success on Lilia, but this is a team that was most known for playing tech, where they would innovate within the meta and bring out interesting champions that they might be willing to play. While Evelynn is not necessarily a particularly new innovation, and neither will the innovation be credited to them, it is a form of tech that was brought up by the European teams during the playoffs in Europe and is unique to their region. There's 3 different approaches that the Mad Lions can go with here. Which one will they choose? It will be easy to look at this as a best of 1, and being this early in the tournament, it would be unlikely that Mad Lions will want to show their aces that early, wanting to save their dark technologies to surprise their opponent when they feel that they need it more, perhaps in a best of 5 in a desperate scenario, or when they do eventually reach the group stage. That will be the form of long-term planning that can be expected from a team like this. However, an argument can be made that going for an innovative strategy and showing it off on the first day of the tournament will be a way to set the meta, perhaps in their favor, and a victory over Team Liquid might secure them the first seed that will guarantee their progression to groups. Going for a farm style of play, we then play towards Team Liquid's modus operandi, where the bot lane 2v2 will be crucial in determining who is able to determine the pace of the game. However, if Mad Lions ignore the development of the meta so far, and they do go for the tried and tested gank heavy style, this could provide the most interesting outcome between these two teams. To look back at a summary of how these two teams prefer to approach the game, the Mad Lions are a much more flexible team, where they can play for lanes or they can play for the jungle, and they have options to play through top and for bot lane as well. Their mid-game lane assignments allows them to play heavily to split compositions, allowing them activity even outside of strict timers. Whereas for Team Liquid, this is a team that has a large amount of focus towards their laners, in which you will see their jungler sacrifice his parting and farm in order to facilitate the lane. Most recently, they have been playing through the bot lane, and their objective control and mid-game setup makes them particularly suspect to Mad Lions' pick style of gameplay. To imagine what might be happening in the game, the 315 bot trap will be particularly crucial in determining the pacemaker, regardless of which style that Mad Lions decides to go for, as the team that is able to secure the bot side trap will be able to maintain push on bot side and will likely be able to stack the first Drake and perhaps even the second Drake as well. The 8-minute Herald, however, will be an impetus for Mad Lions if they are able to obtain that objective, and it might be a source of error for Team Liquid as well, as we have seen North American teams over-index and rotating too many people over to the Rift Herald, creating for opportunities on the cross map. Now Rift Herald, be it through Rift Herald or if Mad Lions are able to take a tempo lead, they should be able to snowball those leads through their smart rotations using their pick style, where you would see them play on 2 lanes and do a hover or complete rotation onto their strong side, should they find Team Liquid farming an additional wave or picking up a neutral wave that they should not be able to collect. However, in the mid game, or once we have the Baron as a major objective, or when Soul Point and Soul become major neutral objectives that these teams have to play around, Team Liquid's objective setup will cause them problems if they do not have tempo lead, as they often do not have enough people in the mid lane to be able to control the river area, so that they are the ones controlling the chokes instead. The key matchup to watch out for between these two teams will be Mad Lions jungler Shadow against Team Liquid's jungler Broxah. While both of these two players, they have favored the ganking style throughout most of the splits, Evaluating who is able to secure scuttle crabs, and perhaps a double crab would indicate a very good sign for one of these teams. And of course, their ability to enforce or capitalize on lane control on the side lanes will be key to determining who will be able to be in the driver's seat. Now, lots of these suggest the Mad Lions will be able to secure a victory. However, I would like to go back to the 350 pod crab, and if Team Liquid is able to secure that and stack multiple objectives for themselves, if they do not make severe mistakes in the mid game, they should have enough of a tempo lead where their mistakes on objective setup will not necessarily cost them against the style that Mad Lions likes to play. There are lots of games happening tomorrow as well, with Mad Lions against INTZ being played earlier in the day, and also the highlighted match of Group B as we see LGD Gaming playing against PSG Talent, who has been missing some of the key players. I did another video highlighting PSG's roster woes and what we could be expecting of them with 3 substituted players. Still, Team Liquid against Mad Lions is the match to watch out for, but for me, I'm getting hyped for Legacy Esports against INTZ as the third match of the day. And that wraps it up for the preview of Worlds 2020 Day 1. Once again, if you enjoyed this content, please do leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button. Your support means much to me. Have a nice day and enjoy Worlds.